Thanks for joining us tonight. The bitter cold is here, and it's finally sticking around long enough to impact Minnesota waterways.
In fact, most of our lakes just froze over the weekend. That's forcing organizers of the longtime art shanty projects on Lake Harriet to postpone opening day a whole week. This is the longest in almost 150 years it's taken lakes in Minnesota to freeze over.
Jennifer Hoff explains why this is happening and the impact it has on events that depend on the cold. Jennifer?
Lauren, the mild winter is due to a super El Nino, an event that happens every couple decades. But scientists say this year's event rivals that of 1877, which is perhaps the strongest ever on record.
It's unreal, I mean, for all of us.
Ask any Minnesotan, and never would they expect a lake to be anything but frozen now.
We have never even thought about January, mid-January, having open water.
Aaron Lavelle says Lake Harriet finally froze over Sunday, measuring its thickness today, drilling down some 9 inches, 250 feet from shore.
This week, the sub-zero temperatures we are loving. Ice is building very quickly.
Still shy, though, of what officials require for events like Lavelle's, forcing the famous art shanty projects to postpone a week. Now in its 20th year, artists create whimsical but temporary structures, drawing thousands of visitors.
It is the most isolating season for many people, and we really do what we do to bring people together.
This season, though, is one for the record books, December rivaling that of 1877, when climatologists say was the warmest super El Nino ever.
Sorts of people who are taking daily notes in the late 1800s are pretty meticulous and measured, but they did note that they'd never seen anything like this. And then we also know from notes it was unbelievably warm, and that there was open water on the Mississippi, both sides of Lake Pepin, and even some northern lakes.
Blumenfeld even calling this current cold snap wimpy, saying the climate is warming.
El Nino just adds on top of that warming, and that's why with a lesser El Nino, we can break old records.
Lavelle just hoping winter sticks around long enough to celebrate it.
And bringing community together through art.
Just been an incredible season all around. The event's opening date is now scheduled instead of January 20th for January 27th, and it will end as scheduled on February 11th, and that includes food trucks and performances still to be had there for all the visitors. Randy?
All right, thank you.